Hello everyone! Today I will show you how to make a string card panel sunshine step by step using a DIY kit. So, what do we have today? Today we have 11 colors of threads, glue and the nails. We also have fasteners and some stickers. And of course we have a template and a board covered with a protective film. Let's start by putting the board in the front of us and placing the template on the front side of the board. The front side of the board is the side covered with a protective film. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that at this stage you don't have to remove the protective film from the board. You first need to attach the template to the board on top of the protective film. Using stickers, glue the template to the board. To do this, attach 2 stickers from each corner of the board as shown in the video. For your convenience, these stickers are part of the kit, but you can also use regular paper tape. Transfer the nail location mark from the template to the board. To do this, take a hammer and one nail. With the weak blows of a hammer, drive this nail into each mark so that small holes appear on the board. Don't hammer the nail completely, this is not necessary at this stage. You only need to transfer the marks from the template to the board. You can also use an awl for this job, of course if you have one. After you make small holes in the place of each mark, you can remove the template. Please don't remove the protective film from the board. The film will help keep the front of the board clean, as well as protect it from hammer blows and scratches. Next, we need to hammer nails into the board. To do this, we take everything we need: nails, a hammer, and long-nosed pliers, and a ruler. Nails are driven as deep as possible into the board, but so that they don't stick out on the other side. The height of the board is 10 mm. Hammer the nails to a depth of about 6 to 8 mm. The upper protruding part will be 12 mm. Since the height of the nails is 18 to 20 mm. Use a ruler to check the angle of the nails and the height of the visible part. The nails should be the same height. Nails should not tilt. The angle between the nail and the board is 90 degrees. We hammer all the nails until the circle is closed. At this stage, when all the nails are hammered into the board, you can remove the protective film. To do this, start lifting the film from the corner. When nails start to interfere with lifting the film, take a paper knife and make incisions on the film. Be careful not to damage the front of the board. All film cuts should be made only when the film has already been peeled off and raised relative to the board level. Carefully remove all pieces of protective film. If necessary, you can help yourself with the tweezers, of course if you have one. Next, the weaving stage begins. To do this, we have 11 colors of threads. Each spiral is made with one color of thread, and we begin to weave the first spiral. Take thread number 1 and tie it in a double knot on nail number 1. Nail number 1 is located exactly in the middle of the board. Take a ruler, put it on the board. The nail that will be at the 15 cm mark, this will be nail number 1. Make several circular movements around this nail so that the thread is better fixed. Stretch the thread to the nail, which is in the center of opposite side of the board. Measure 15 cm from the edge of the board and find the right nail. Also, which is very important, carefully study the instructions that you will find in each DIY kit. Look at the schemes and read the description with a clear numbering of nails and the order of action. This will help you to better understand and perform your weaving. After completing all the steps correctly, you will get the first spiral and then you can start weaving the next one. To do this, take thread number 2 and tie it with a double knot on the nail, which is indicated in the instructions. Make a few circular movements around this nail and stretch the thread to a similar nail on the other side. Wrap the thread around it and return the thread to the original nail. Repeat all the steps listed in the instruction. For each new spiral, you take a new thread with the desired number and repeat all the steps that you did for previous spirals. You will only have to change the numbering of nails. For the last spiral, take thread number 11. At this stage, you may have difficulty stretching the thread because there are already many threads on the nail. You can help yourself a little and lower these threads by slightly pressing them on the sides of the nail. When they drop down a little, you will have a place to stretch a new layer. The final stage of weaving is a circle, which is something like a frame for weaving and gives the work a finished look. To do this, take thread number 9 and tie it to nail number 1, and then follow the instructions. Carefully study the schemes and numbering of nails. To complete all the work, we need to glue all the knots that we made earlier so that they never come undone. To do this, take glue and glue each knot. Be careful with the glue. Don't damage the background because there is no longer a protective film on it. When the glue dries, carefully cut off all the excess thread tails. As a result, you will get such a board made by your own hands. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, this complete kit is now available on our website. Thank you for your attention and see you soon.